welcome back again to another WIP Chat. As you can see, I am still working on the kit that I was working on my first WIP Chat that I posted about a week ago. It is Moonlight Nymph by Rita Kónya. I would say I think this row is my halfway point, and then I have just the half left. And I'm really excited because you can kind of see I'm starting to get into like the lighter colored, like, I would say I'm about like right here. Like I think I'm doing like, yeah, this is her little hand right here that's left in this little square. So I'm starting to get into like the meat of the kit. So very excited. A recap on my accessories. This is my tray that I'm using. This is a made by me tray that I 3D printed, and I just chose colors that I thought matched the kit pretty well. I'm using this pen from Poshy Pens over on Facebook. This is a cute little cover minder from Birch Glow Fiber Arts on Etsy. My trash minder is, let me grab it, is this little mini tray from Bijou Bliss. Has a lid, I'm not using it. And I don't know if you can tell, I put all of my trash. Like, I've got washi and putty. I think that's like a stopper from a from a tip on there. Yeah, I put all my trash in my little trash pot. My washi is this guy from Hobby Lobby. It just came in like a multi-pack of like a dusky color crescent moons. And then for my putty, I'm using Sunfire Citrus from Pure Bliss Wax Co. I'm going to sit down. Well, actually, okay, first thing, this is a WIP Chat, but I wanted to show you guys, I worked on a mini dazzle kit during the Super Bowl last night, and I finished it. And so this is my first Diamond Art Club, like, mini dazzles that I finished, so I wanted to share. I was thinking about making a post review, but then I was like, it would probably be like a 3-minute long video just because this one little mini dazzle kit, it only has 6 dazzles. I don't know what to call them, 6 little kits. So I don't know. I couldn't think of enough to say that would fill up a whole video. So I'm gonna do it in this video, but I did the snakes kit. So we got this pretty guy. Oh, and one of them my friend actually did, and she took it with her, so I'll have to put it up on the screen later. But I got this little guy done. Cute. This guy done. I'm not sure how they're supposed to be oriented. Cute. This guy, I think that's a rattlesnake. Cute. This guy, which I love, I actually don't know how he's supposed to be oriented either. Maybe this way. He's on like a branch. And then this is my favorite one. He's so cute. I think he's like a little python, a tree python. I love it because not only do these kits are fully fairy dust, but they also have crystals. So this guy has some like green crystals speckled throughout. You can see it glinting in the light. And like this one, his whole back stripe is this yellow crystal. Oh yeah, you can really see it when I tilt it. And then I think it was like this guy. Yeah, this guy, his eyes are crystals. Very cute. Anyway, and then here's the one that is, it's like a cobra snake that my friend did, and she took it with her, so. Anywho, I just wanted to share those because I thought they were fun and cute. If you like snakes, I guess. Ooh, maybe I should have done like a warning. Snake's about to appear because I don't know. They're cute little diamond painting snakes, so they can't be too bad. Hopefully everybody had a good week. It's been about, I think, like a week and a day since my last WIP Chat went up. So I have a week worth to talk about, but not a whole lot happened in that week. I'm not a very, what's the word? I don't do much, which sounds really lame, but like right now, especially in this like dead part of the season, this is just January and February, like there is nothing going on. But I guess I can talk about, obviously yesterday was the Super Bowl. I think I've mentioned this in a couple other videos. I live in Idaho, and I was like born and raised in Oregon, so we are a Seahawks family. My dad actually grew up also in Washington, so he's absolutely a Seahawks family. That's kind of just been the team. I don't watch football. I don't really care about football, but I know who to root for, and that's the Seahawks. So it was cool that they were at the Super Bowl and that they won the Super Bowl, so good job to them. I think that the kicker should have absolutely gotten MVP since he was the only person to score points in like the first half of the game. And he didn't get MVP, which I think was a travesty, but whatever. Who am I to judge? I don't know how that's decided, but he got MVP in my heart. How about that? Yeah, so it was a game. I mean, I was diamond painting. I had my best friend came over and I cooked nachos, and I made like homemade guac, and I made stuffed jalapenos, and we just chilled, ate, watched the game, diamond painted, and that was really it. I really focused on the commercials, and there were some good ones. There were some kind of meh ones. There was actually a commercial that I thought was really funny that I saw on TikTok. And now I'm like, and I could have swore it was going to be a Super Bowl ad, and I didn't see it, but maybe I missed it. Or I was also like, I watched it on the Peacock stream, and I don't know if they had different ads than what was on like local TV or not. But it was this Jeep ad where a kid like wanted to set free that singing Billy fish, that fish that was mounted on the wall that sang, that was like really popular in the early 2000s. And then like it gets eaten by a grizzly, and it's just this chaotic, crazy commercial. I thought that would have been my top commercial, but I didn't see it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else like kind of transpired throughout the week. I didn't really do much during the week. I'm trying to get out of this habit, but I'm kind of I don't do anything during the week, and then I pack my weekends full, and it's like an exhausting weekend. And I mean, like, I don't do anything fun during the week. I don't know like why I'm like that. I'm just like a go to work, go home, and I don't want to be that way. But it's also like there's nothing going on right now. Like nobody wants to do anything because it's cold and gray outside. So I think it's maybe that time of year where it's okay to be that way. But so yeah, I didn't really do much during the week. I did on the weekend, like on Saturday. Me and my husband do this. And I don't know if this is like frowned upon or not, if like people like realtors don't like this, but we will go to open houses of like houses that look really cool, that are like way out of our budget. We just like want to see what they look like on the inside. And if they're up for sale and they have an open house, then we'll go. And so we did that. We went to like 3 different open houses of these like really cool, like old mid-century modern houses. We like mid-century modern houses quite a bit. There's not a lot of them where we're from. And so when they do come up on the market, they are either like an 800 square foot house or a 3,000 square foot house and nothing in between. And they're also in like the most coveted part of town where everything is super expensive. So they're never in our budget. Not that we're like looking to move or anything. We're just curious people. But I mean, if something did come up that was fairly priced, we would probably consider it. But anyway, so we went to this house that was like outrageously priced. But we wanted to see what it looked like. And then of course I like mentally move in and to wish that I could afford it. So, but it was a fun weekend because we did that. We went to 3 different, 2 of them were these weird mid-century modern homes. One was updated, but it was like updated really well. That kind of stayed with the whole mid-century. And then the other one was like a millennial gray update, which just makes me so sad when they get rid of like, I don't know. Like, I understand sometimes when you're updating a house, you have to get rid of some things because they're just so old. But like, I wish that they would replace it with like a modern equivalent, if that makes sense. And not just like millennial gray everything. It's just sad when that happens. But we went to that, and then we went to this other one that was like located way up on a hill, like on a bluff, and it had this really cool view. But obviously it was way too expensive. But we did do that. We did that on Saturday, and it was really fun. Really, really, really fun. Oh gosh, that diamond has a huge hole in it. I guess I could give you some updates on what I'm thinking about this kit. Whoa. The heck was that? Jeez, I think like it sounded like a bird just hit my, like a window or something. Oh, I can see it. There's a squirrel hopping around on the branches, and I think maybe it did hit the window. Jeez, squirrels. Anyway, give you my thoughts on this kit. So far I've been really enjoying it. I have not had any issues with glue, which is amazing because I feel like I normally do have issues with glue on Diamond Art Club kits anymore. I can't remember how old this kit is, but it's not that old. I think I might have gotten it last year. I feel like it was a 2025 release. Maybe it was a 2024 release. I feel like it was a 2025 release. You know what? Let me look that up. Can I look that up? Yeah, I've got my iPad here. Because there's a point in Diamond Art Club's like lifetime where their kits suddenly just had issues with glue or have issues with glue. So it's like, I feel like if you get anything within that time period, it's hit or miss. And I feel like that's been within the last 2 years, I would say 2024, 2025. So let me see. When did I get this? Or when did this come out? Moonlight Nymph. The release date on this was... Does it tell you that anymore, actually? Oh no, does it not tell you that anymore? I thought it did. It was like right at the top. Oh, okay, yeah. It released on May of 2025. So I definitely got this last year. And okay, so with that being said, I'm surprised I'm not having glue issues, but hey, I'll take it. I will take it. Anyway, so I'm loving that. The square drills are really great. Obviously, I mean, I feel like Diamond Art Club just has great drills, regardless. I will say I'm having like the weirdest issue with this kit, and I don't know, like, I'm gonna say it and people are gonna be like, that makes no sense, but like, I'm having an issue of a lot of gapping, but also a really tight grid. Make that make sense, right? So like, I don't know if you can see, I can't really see what my camera is picking up. Maybe like scooch this up a bit. You can't really see it. There's like a lot of gapping like down in this section right here. And like, obviously there's gapping like in the lighter colors because there's just always gapping in lighter colors. But I have a lot of gapping in this kit, but then at the same time, I'm having drills being so tight that they're popping in other areas. Mostly those areas being sections with a lot of like a big color block spot of ABs. And so I think just the coating, that little extra millimeter of coating on those ABs is causing that. But it's just like it's a weird issue to have both gapping and a tight grid on the same kit. The only other thing that I can think of too that might be happening, and I feel like so far all of the drills have been the same facets, but that maybe it's like the older and newer drills where maybe they're just slightly different in size with some of the colors possibly, but I feel like they've been the same faceted drills, so I'm not sure if that's really the case. Yeah, so that's kind of weird, but it's nothing that I can't handle. Honestly, I don't mind a gap here and there. I would much prefer having like a gappy kit than a tight poppy drill mess, so I cannot complain. But I can tell like the rendering on this is just absolutely beautiful. The bottom part of it down here, which you can't see, so that's not helpful, but it's like the sky and the clouds are just rendered so beautifully, so beautifully. I do have an Instagram where I post progress photos. So I'm pretty sure I put my handle in the description of my videos. So that will be in this description, but it's the same as my channel name. It's just SeriSparkles. I actually started on Instagram first, and this whole YouTube adventure is new. So, I've got much more content there. I have every single kit that I've done is on my Instagram. So if you ever are curious to see what kits I've done in the past, they will be on my Instagram, and you can see progress on them and everything. I'm trying to think. Yes, Super Bowl. Yeah, I didn't really have a whole lot. Work is very fine. It's just work. I don't know. I don't have a super stressful job, so I've just kind of been doing my job and going home. I always joke to like my manager, because she always is like, she does like little one-on-ones, and she always wants to make sure that like her chickens are good, me being a chicken. And I just tell her, like, I joke that I'm a Severanced person, and if you've never seen Severance, you have to watch it. But the basic plot is that when they go to work, they like, their memory is wiped, so they're only like, they don't remember their outside life. So when they're at work, they're just at work. And then when they leave work, they don't remember their work life. So they don't like think about work. And I always joke that I'm like a Severance employee, because I don't think about my job the second I like close my laptop or leave the office. So, and I'm like, take that as you will, but I guarantee you I'm good, because I don't think about my job when I leave. I guess that just goes to show how stress-free it is. It's also the first quarter, so we don't have a whole lot going on. We've got some projects here and there, but things don't really ramp up in my job until like the third and fourth quarter of the year. So yeah, so with that, I did look up some tag questions so that I did have something to say. So I'm gonna go through those. I looked up, they're not diamond painting specific tag questions. They are just, they're more like get to know me. There are 100 questions, and I will absolutely not be doing 100 questions. I'll probably do like maybe the first 25 and then call it good there. Or maybe I'll pick and choose, but I'll do like 25. Some of these I don't like want to answer. I think they're a little too personal. And some of them are just weird. But anyway, I just Googled get to know me tag questions, and this is on Pinterest, I think, and it's lindsaylovinlifewordpress.com is who made it and posted it. So shout out to Lindsay. So I'll get started here with question number 1. Are you a morning or night person? I am absolutely a night person. I am a night owl. I am not an early riser. I don't like mornings. And that's probably because I stay up late. So waking up early never feels good. I always have like bursts of energy at night as well. Like that's just when I want to get things done. So I just stay up late. I'm probably going to bed on average at like between 10:30 and 11 at night. But I'm not actually probably sleeping until midnight or later. Oh, it's raining. Just cause it takes that long for my brain to shut off, but like, I'm a night person. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm a night person. Question 2, are you afraid of the dark? Actually, for being a night person, I am afraid of the dark. That doesn't make any sense. I don't like the dark. I don't like what could be lurking out there. I've seen enough horror stories or horror movies when I was younger that made me afraid of the dark. So yes, I am afraid of the dark. Question number 3, are you an extrovert or an introvert? Can I be an extroverted introvert? Is that an option? I would say I'm a little quieter around brand new people, but then once I get to know you, I open right up. So maybe that's an extrovert through and through. I'm not really sure. I wouldn't classify. I don't make friends, like, period. But I can't talk to strangers and suddenly become friends with everybody. Like some of my friends are like that, and I'm in awe of that. I'm not like that. But if I get approached and someone talks to me and then I kind of open up a little, then I'm an extrovert. So I don't really know what that's classified as, but yeah, that's my answer. Question number 4, are you double jointed? That is such a random question. I don't believe I am. I've never tested that, but I don't believe that I am. Question number 5, are you left or right-handed? I am right-handed, as you can see. I am right-handed. Get these down here. Okay, question number 6, are you more of a tidy person or a messy person? I'm a messy person for sure. I'm trying to be a tidier person as I get older, trying to be more responsible, but I'm a messy person through and through. I can't help it. Like, I don't have trash everywhere, but I've got clutter. I let my clutter pile up around me sometimes, and that's just how it be. Question 7, are you on time or always late? I am on time. Being late is a huge pet peeve of mine, and there are people in my life who, I swear to God, make it their personality trait to be late, and I hate it. I think it is so disrespectful. Oh my God, this is like triggering me. Being late is the most disrespectful thing I think that you can do. You're basically spitting in my face and telling me that my time is not a priority, and it's mostly, there's people at work that are like that like are late to meetings and stuff that I'm just, ew, bothers me so much. So much. Oh, see, okay, now this color of drill is a different facet. So maybe that's the case. There's a couple colors in here that are the older drills, and maybe they're slightly bigger or slightly smaller. And that's what's making like the weird gappy, but also not gappy. That might be it. Okay. Question. Sorry, I'm losing my question. Oh, I can't remember which number I'm on, but the next question is question number 8. Yeah, question number 8. Can you ice skate? The answer, yes, I can ice skate. Not well, I mean, I can stand. Yes, the answer is yes. But that makes me remember I've been watching the Olympics all week. That's what I've been doing. I've got nonstop Olympic TV going on. I purposely bought Peacock for like a month just so that I can have the Olympic streams. So I've been doing that, and I have been watching the figure skating, and it's been really good. Hopefully, I don't know. I won't say anything, no spoilers, but the team figure skating has ended. That finished up yesterday, like during the day before the Super Bowl. So they gave out the medals for that. So if you haven't seen that, you should watch it. But it's been really fun watching Ilya Melanin. He's the quad god. It's been really fun watching him skate. And Ashley Liu has come out of retirement, and she's been skating, and she's been doing a really good job. And like the doubles, what's it called? Doubles? That's like a tennis term. Pairs? I don't know. Skating has been really fun to watch. And I'm really excited for the like individual programs to happen now, where it's not the team skating, but it's like the individual for points. Oh, her little hand. That's what I was doing. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh, Jesus. I'm all over the place. I finished a square during a WIP Chat. Granted, it was mostly finished, but that's exciting. Anywho, it's been really fun watching the ice skating. I've been watching curling, although I don't really know the rules of curling very well. I think I figured it out, and then something happens, and like the score doesn't change like I thought it would. So then I'm like, okay, I don't actually know what's going on. But it's still fun to watch regardless. I watched the snowboarding, like the big air jump one. And then, oh gosh, I watched Lindsey Vohn's downhill ski. Oh, that was so sad. She hurt herself 2 weeks prior to the Olympics. She tore her ACL 2 weeks prior. Like, if any of you guys have torn your ACL, which I have torn my ACL, that does not heal in 2 weeks. Usually if it's enough of a tear, you have to get surgery. I did not have to get surgery, but I know what that feels like. And it hurts. Oh gosh, I did it playing tennis when I was like 19, I think. Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. But anyway, she was all like, I just knew deep down in my gut that either she was going to do her run, she wasn't going to do as well as she probably could because she's injured, and just lifelong ruin her leg. Like it would be her last year because there's no coming back from that. Or she was going to get hurt. And she got hurt, and it was so hard to watch. And yeah, so spoiler alert for that. The women's downhill ski with Lindsey Vonn, she does get hurt, and it's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. So anyway, I did watch that. And then what else have I been watching? I watched a little bit of luge last night. I haven't watched any of like I don't know if it's like triathlons, if that's what they call them, biathlons, the ones where they're doing like the skiing and the shooting and all that. I watched the men's downhill skiing. This like the downhill skiing course looks really scary. And there are people, I mean, I was like on like the Reddit discussion thread about it, and even like that, I mean, they say they're professionals, who knows, but they even say like that course is like crazy. So props to them, because I don't think that I would enjoy just watching it makes me nervous. So I can imagine going down it at 90-mile-an-hour speeds. Like, crazy. Let's see. Is there anything else that's been on? I don't think there has been. Maybe I'll do a little segment. I know that Diamonds and Washi, Katie with Diamonds and Washi, she does like this little segment in her WIP chats of like what she's listening to, watching, and reading, and I think that's really interesting. So I want to adopt that as well. So props to Katie. I don't know if she like originated it, but that's where I first saw it. So, but I would like to talk about that, what I'm listening to, reading, and watching. I'll start with watching since I've already been talking about the Olympics. I am watching so many different TV shows right now. I'm in like a TV show moment rather than movies. I kind of go back and forth, but I have been watching The Pit, which is excellent. If you've never watched it, you have to watch it. I just finished, I was watching the Fallout movie, but that actually ended last week, like the season finale ended, so check that one off, but I was watching that. I've also been watching the Seven Kingdom. Oh, what's that called? It's the Game of Thrones spinoff. I'm gonna have to look it up. I cannot remember. It's like the Knights of the Kingdom or Seven Knights of the Realm. I have to look it up because it's gonna bother me. Seven Knights. Yeah. Seven Knights of the Kingdoms. Or no. I literally have it pulled up and I didn't even read it. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is what it's called. And it's a Game of Thrones spinoff. And it's still kind of like prequel times to the Game of Thrones. So you don't, like, these aren't characters in the Game of Thrones season, but you're like starting to like recognize names, like some of the Targaryens. I'm like, oh, they talked about these Targaryens in Game of Thrones as their ancestors, you know? So it's kind of like where, because I'm thinking also of the dragon one too, and that is so far before Game of Thrones that you don't even like, they're completely new characters. But like in this one, you're a little bit closer to the Game of Thrones time. So, like, someone's like, oh, that was someone's grandpa's grandpa. Like, in the Game of Thrones times. But anyway, it's really cute. I like it a lot. And then, is there anything else? What am I watching? The Pit, Knights of the Kingdoms. I feel like there's something else and I'm forgetting. I don't think, because then the Fallout one finished. I think that's all I've got for that. And then what I'm listening to right now, nothing specific. Taylor Swift dropped her Opalite music video, which is super cute, and I love the origin story of it. I don't know if you guys aren't familiar. She was on the Graham Norton show not too long ago, which is like a British talk show. And one of the other guests casually was like, I'm trying to get into a Taylor Swift music video. And she just like had an idea right then. And so all of the guests, her couch guests on the same night are in her music video, including Graham Norton. Anyway, it's really cute. It's a cute origin story and it's a cute music video. So I've been kind of re-listening to Life of a Showgirl. And then just, honestly, I've been listening to Ray a lot lately. I like Ray. She's kind of a newer discovery for me, so I've been listening to her albums. And then reading, I have been reading a book called Remain by Nicholas Sparks and M. Night Shyamalan. They like co-wrote it together, and it's really good. I'm kind of in this weird, like, I read half the book so fast, and then I haven't like read it in the last week. I don't know why I do that. I'm like that for some reason. So I need to get reading that again. But I've been reading that. I don't read multiple books at once. So just a one book at a time, girl. Maybe I should do a book tag question. Not that I'm not like super booky, but I'm quite bookish, I would say. I haven't really dived into the whole world of like booktube and like book talk, but I've read a few books in my time. I should probably maybe dive into that, or look up like maybe there's like book tag questions that I could do. But anyway, I feel like I haven't really been whipping. I've just been chatting because I finished my square, but I'm going to wrap up the WIP Chat here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am looking forward to getting this kit. After this row, I'm halfway through. So, just a little bit more to go, and I'm really excited to get this one done. Leave me any questions, comments, concerns in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!